Welcome to another episode of Sake on Air, the world's first podcast about sake, shochu, and awamori. Today we are on location. We're visiting the wonderful Bobby Griffin to talk about sake, shochu, and Japanese traditional music, specifically music played on the koto and the shamisen. Bobby, how you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It was a nice little visit to come all the way up here. You've
Thanks for coming.
Your studio. It's so exciting. So yeah, I think before we start talking about the sake of it all, kind of what brings you to Japan and how did you kind of get into Japanese traditional music?
Well, it was all by accident, coming to Japan and getting into music.
Okay.
I was just kind of wanting to stop by Asia on my way home from Australia one year, and I randomly got a job in Japan, started working, and I wanted a weekend hobby. So I started playing koto, and it snowballed into becoming a licensed teacher and doing stuff like this.
Were you musical beforehand?
I was. I studied musical in university, and I worked as a professional musician in the States.
With strings or?
Woodwinds.
Woodwinds, okay.
So I was actually a bassoonist for the orchestra, opera, ballet, and things like that. Musicals.
Yeah. So. Why didn't you do like the shakuhachi or something like that? Like why koto?
I thought shakuhachi was just going to be really easy. I'd be able to pick it up and, just no challenge at all. Okay. Since then, I have tried shakuhachi and I was completely wrong. So maybe I'll pick it up later. Okay.
But so started with the koto, got really into it. What was kind of the thing that got you hooked?
Well, I played harp back home as well.
Oh, okay.
Small little harp gigs, so I thought koto would be really similar to the harp. I was also wrong about that. But, I kind of searched videos online, and I just saw a few videos that made me think, I need to play that. Yeah.
And then, how'd you find a teacher?
I searched, when I first got here, I had to search in English, and only one teacher came up when I searched in English. So my teacher is Gare Nakagawa, and she is based in Saitama.
Oh, okay.
So I've been studying with her for about 13 years
now.
now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's a good teacher, I would assume?
Great.
Scary or just very nice and you didn't...
Usually very nice.
Okay.
But, all good teachers are scary sometimes.
Fair.
But if any foreigners want to try Japanese music, she's the one to go to.
Okay. Yeah. And so has koto always been the thing? Because I know you also do play a bit of shamisen.
I do play shamisen. So kind of in the steps to becoming a licensed teacher, you get 4 kind kind of menkyo.
Okay.
Certificates, licenses. And then you're allowed to take the main test to become a licensed teacher. So I did all 4 of those on koto, and I took the test. So now I'm Jun Shihan. Okay. So assistant master.
Yeah.
And then now I'm working on the 4 licenses for shamisen. Oh. So I'm working on the 4th one now. Okay. And then I'll do a final recital to become Shihan, just regular master.
Okay. So you have to have both to be a Shihan.
Yes, you have to study koto and shamisen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they similar musically?
It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But when I do explain it, I always compare them to cars. So I feel like koto is like driving an automatic car. And shamisen is like driving manual transmission.
Okay, interesting.
You have to kind of really control the intonation and really control exactly what the strings are doing. Yeah. Koto kind of
is doing that for
you. And then there's a lot of technical stuff involved that makes it difficult.
Interesting. Okay. Because, I guess that makes sense with the number of strings that each instrument has, right? So
right.
Were you working with 3 versus how many for
13.
koto?
13, yeah.
Cool. That's really interesting. Yeah, I would really like to learn more about that aspect of Japanese music in general. But today we're going to talk about sake. Sake and Japanese music. Do you drink a lot of sake?
Yeah, I love sake. Yeah. I have no knowledge about it.
That's okay.
I just know that I like to consume it.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you had a good sake in Japan?
The only thing I remember about it was how smooth it was.
Yeah.
Because you start drinking it thinking that you're just taking a shot, but you're not taking a shot. It's a very pleasant experience, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I remember about it.
That's reasonable. That's a good. I think that's a great thing to say about sake, right? It's like it looks like a distilled beverage, but it goes down like a nice beer or wine.
Oh yeah, really smooth.
Cool.
And you can warm it up in
Yeah.
the winter.
Absolutely.
Drink it cold in the summer.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You can have it warm in the summer too.
You
There are
could.
people who do that.
That's true.
But I'm not necessarily one of them, but some of their hosts are.
Okay.
So we get into debates about that kind of thing. But yeah, so cool. Let's talk about sake and Japanese traditional music.
Let's do it.
Where would you like to start? Where should we start?
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about a specific piece today.
Okay.
And it's called Sasa no Tsuyu.
Sasa no Tsuyu.
Does that mean anything to you by chance?
I mean, sasa is like the bamboo leaves, right? Tsuyu is dew?
Yeah,
Dew?
exactly. The
Okay.
morning dew. After learning this piece a long time ago, I started noticing, at sake bars or, wherever I was ordering sake, that there are some sake called Sasa no Tsuyu.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever.
I have
ever
not come
seen it.
across a Sasa no Tsuyu sake, but I would believe you.
I've only recognized it because I knew this
Because you knew the
piece.
piece,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and I was like, that's that song about sake.
Yeah.
So, I kind of got into a deep dive researching all of the stories
awesome.
in
Okay.
this song.
Yeah.
And in Japanese literature, we're going to really talk about literature today, even more than music, I think. But in Japanese literature, the image of dew could be little drops of sake.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But in literature, they always talk about it. So the phrase "mono no aware."
Yeah.
So
Which is
kind
like
of the beauty in the fleeting transience
nature of things,
life,
right?
right?
Yeah.
So that's what the morning dew is, and sake kind of helps you reflect on your life and reflect on the beauty of art.
Okay.
And notice things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So they love double meanings in all of this music. So the Sasa no Tsuyu is talking about the dew
Yeah.
and talking about the fleeting beauty in life and talking also about how sake helps you connect the two.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Is that super obvious, like in the lyrics of the?
I think so.
Okay.
So the way the lyrics in this song work, in a lot of traditional Japanese music, we take stories from the tales of Genji or the Hyakunin Ishun. Yeah. Just, collections of those famous works
Poems
of
and stuff, yeah.
poems in Japanese literature. So this song really references several different stories from each of those that are talking about sake.
Booze.
Yeah, booze.
Cool. Okay. So it's like if you're knowledgeable about that kind of thing, then it's pretty obvious. Like, oh yeah, this is a sake song.
Right.
But if you don't know anything and you're just listening to it, it might be much more kind of couched in.
Well, yes, but this song in particular says sake.
Okay, it just comes out.
The first lyric is sake.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a few stories. So
Yeah.
maybe we should just talk about a couple of the stories.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can talk about the form first.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
Japanese-
let's talk
what
about
do
the
you
form.
think?
Let's start with what do you mean by form? Let's start
Like,
there.
okay, so this is sankyoku.
Okay.
So it's a specific type of traditional Japanese music.
Okay.
So how much do you want me to get into
I'm very
Japanese
curious.
music?
I'm very curious. So, is there like an ichikyoku and a nikyoku and a sankyoku, or is it a different san?
The san refers to the number of instruments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, a traditional koto song is called sankyoku.
Okay.
Originally, it was for koto, kokyu. Do you know kokyu?
No.
Kokyu is kind of like a shamisen. It's like a little shamisen that's played with a bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Kokyu and shamisen. nowadays, usually the kokyu is replaced with a shakuhachi.
Okay.
Yep. And then, of course, there's the vocal part, which one of the instrumentalists will sing.
So 3 instruments and a person singing.
3 instruments and the koto player is singing.
Oh, the koto player is singing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or the shamisen player is singing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is called sankyoku, and you have those 3 instruments and a vocalist, which is one of those 3. And you always start off with a mae uta, the before song, and then a tegoto and an ato uta.
Okay.
So the mae uta kind of sets up the scene with the lyrics and with the music. The tegoto is an instrumental interlude that's kind of usually fast, could be a dance, could be a party, could be...
Is it kind of like the showing off bit?
Yeah.
Kind of like the technical musical skills?
Exactly, exactly. Developing on the themes and usually kind of a variation type of thing going on. And then you have the ato uta, which ties everything up.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes there's stuff in the middle, like in this song, the naka uta, the middle song. But here, the mae uta is talking about Confucius and Buddha and how they relate to alcohol. So I'll just kind of tell you the lyrics.
Yeah.
So it begins by saying, sake has no fixed measure.
Okay.
So you can't, it doesn't matter how much you drink or how little you drink as long as you maintain your self-control. This is what Confucius said.
Oh, okay.
So it quotes Confucius there, and then it says, oh, well, maybe he was just a heavy drinker. So it starts with a joke.
Yeah. Is that pretty common? To like do a twist or something like that?
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
So usually when I've studied these lyrics, they've all been pretty serious, or talking about Genji wooing a woman and listening to her play koto in the moonlight or something. But this starts off with 2 jokes. So I think it's really fitting of the theme. So we talk about Confucius, and then we talk about how Buddha warned against the 36 harms of drinking sake.
Yeah.
I didn't know about any of this, but I discovered it in some stories while researching this. Yeah. So it talks about Buddha's 36 evils of drinking sake, and then it says, maybe he just couldn't handle his alcohol.
So it's not that alcohol's bad. It's that these guys were weak.
Right, exactly.
They just got sloppy drunk. That's the issue.
Should we worry about it? Should we
That's a great interpretation.
Nah, there. And the language, obviously you shouldn't, I guess, screw around with Buddha, but the language here is really honorific, the highest form of keigo or whatever. So you can tell it's a respectful joke.
Yeah. It's a little tongue in cheek, but it's maintaining that air that is appropriate.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think you can kind of hear it in the music. I'll show you later on the koto. We have a lot of traditional techniques. You use the left hand to bend pitches, and you can use the tsume, the plectrum, in different ways.
Okay.
And these traditional techniques show up in all of this music, but listening to it, I can see how it could kind of evoke the image of swaying back and forth, teetering when you get a little tipsy.
Yeah.
So I can demonstrate some of that.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
And I also, in these lyrics, I don't know that we use these today, but when we're talking about Confucius and Buddha, the lyrics are using shogo.
Shogo.
Have you heard that term before?
What is the kanji?
Shogo, up and door.
Oh, yeah. So shogo is not used as much as gekko, which is the person who doesn't really drink or can't drink. Gekko is like a thing that some people still use. Yeah.
Okay. So I learned those words. I hadn't heard those in casual
And those are in the
conversations.
lyrics?
Yeah, those are in the lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says when it's talking about Buddha, Gekko ni yao hasuran. I guess that's really formal.
Yeah.
So he just can't handle it. So the song starts off with two jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we kind of go into a bunch of stories from different bits of Japanese literature. So I don't really know all of any of these stories very well, but maybe you do. Do you know the story of Susano?
Like the guy who kills Orochi?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay.
He's the brother of Amaterasu, I think.
Yeah. Exactly. So the first story talks about him.
Okay.
And he was really bad up in heaven, and he was kicked out, right?
Yeah.
So he came down to earth, and he met this couple who had 8 daughters. The last of their daughters was Kushinada Hime.
Okay.
And they said that if he kills the 8-headed serpent, then he can marry her.
Okay.
So basically, let's see, what does he do? So he told the parents to make the strongest sake possible, and it's called Yashio Ori no Sake, right?
Yashio Ori no Sake.
Yeah. So, and then they built a fence. 8 appears a lot of times in the story. So they built a gate, put the sake in it, and then the 8-headed serpent goes in, drinks it. He gets really heavily intoxicated, and then he collapses and falls asleep.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
Susanoo
can take care of him.
Yeah.
So it mentions this story, and at the end it says, "Oh, is that not the virtue of sake?"
Okay.
So sake is very powerful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we have a little tegoto section where the instruments show off a little bit.
Is it kind of like a jazz solo? Is it pretty freeform, or the tegoto part?
Everything's written. Yeah, everything's written. No improvisation in this traditional music. Yeah.
So it's determined what you're going to do, but maybe how you're affecting it? How you're doing it is how you kind of show your particular skill as a performer.
Well, yes. Nowadays, the objective is to play it exactly.
Okay. As it's supposed to be.
How it's written. Yeah. Very.
The kata. Traditional Japanese music. Kata.
And of course, each yuha has their different way of playing it, so it depends on which yuha you're in. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So then we have a little kind of maybe a drunken dance.
Yeah.
And then we have another story about Sususuri.
This one I don't know.
So he was from Korea. Bakje?
The kingdom of Bakje.
Okay, there you go. Bakje.
Yeah.
So he came from Korea, and he presented some sake to the emperor. The emperor was feeling good and got drunk on the sake, and he recited a poem. "I have become drunk on the sake brewed by Sususuri. I've become drunk off the sake of peace."
Okay.
So it was, a peace offering.
Yeah.
And he got really drunk, and this was Emperor Ojin.
Okay.
So I think that was Susanoo. He became Emperor Ojin?
Maybe?
Possibly?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I think he did.
Okay.
I think he became the emperor. So anyway, then he goes out, he's really drunk, and he's walking along a path, and he sees a rock, and he hits it with his staff, and the rock moves aside. So even hard stone avoids a drunkard, is what the lyrics say.
Okay.
So
it's like an Aesop fable almost.
Yeah.
Like it has a little stinger at the end.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Each little section.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I studied these lyrics when I learned the piece, kind of on a more basic level.
Okay.
So it was really interesting in seeing these jokes and how you're going to tell jokes like this when you're drunk.
Right. Would this be, you think, like a party song? Like when it was first kind of like when it was first written or first created, would it be more of like, hey, this is going to be something that is played as entertainment for like a big event for somebody?
These songs, this would have been played for something like that.
Okay.
So of course it started off in the imperial court, and just really a formal setting, and then as we kind of progress, it comes out of there and goes into the public. So this one definitely would have been played in that sort of setting.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And what year is it from? Is
this
it known?
one, yes. This one is from Tempo.
Oh man. Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Let me refresh my memory.
1600s? No, 1733, something like that.
18.
Okay, no, totally off.
1830 to 1844.
Okay. I got the 30s. I'm a century off, but I got the 30s.
Yeah, this one's a little bit older.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a little bit newer.
A little bit more recent.
More recent.
Yes.
A little bit more recent. Yeah.
Okay. Which means probably a little more understandable in terms of Japanese.
I would think so.
Okay.
For me, it's all really hard to understand, but I think this would be maybe a little easier to understand.
Gotcha.
Especially if you know the references.
Yeah.
So we have powerful sake, peaceful sake, and then we have the ritual sake. So here we talk about Empress Jingu.
Okay.
Do you know a lot of Japanese mythology and
A bit.
Okay.
It's a famous character in Japanese mythology for sure.
So do you know? Okay. So Empress Jingu overpowered the rebellion of King Oshikuma after his conquest. And let's see. So she was the mother of Emperor Ojin, the one that moved the stone.
Yeah.
And she sent him off to be like for some purification thing. And then to come back. So while he was gone, she made this machizake.
Okay.
The sake in waiting.
Oh.
So she prepared it for when he came back as a
Okay.
celebratory, drink to consume when he came back.
Because you're going to come back at some point, my son. I want to have this for you because we're going to do a big party when you get back, whenever that is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, sake is a ritual offering, divine blessing, celebration of safe return, peace again. And she says, this sake is not merely mine. It's a sacred sake blessed by the gods. So drink it all. And in the song, we sing, Sasa yo, Sasa to no koto no wa ni. So drink it all. Come on, drink the sake.
There is a lot of going on here.
There is.
I wonder if that must be intentional.
Definitely intentional. Okay. Definitely, absolutely. They, like I said, they love the double meaning stuff. They love that alliteration, and they love to kind of, tie all of that in together and be really, really clever.
Yeah, that's super interesting
with the lyrics.
It's like a tongue twister almost.
Yeah. Try to memorize it and sing it. Yeah, it's tricky. I've got a few of those other examples of that written down that we'll get to.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And those are like the three stories?
Those are the three stories, yeah.
Okay.
So we open up with talking about, general Confucius and Buddha, talk about those three stories. And then we go into just saying, sake has been handed down, over the years, all the way to the people of the present age.
Okay.
The 1800s, in this case. Drink like the gods, drink it all. Come on. Yeah.
So it's like a party song.
It's a party song.
It's like a shots kind of song.
I think so. Yeah.
That's so interesting. It's so interesting. Like it sounds. I mean, we're gonna hear it later, but it sounds like it is probably pretty formal Japanese music, but formal Japanese music is formal to us now in the present because it's 200 years old.
Right.
To the people then, where this is maybe like a very fun time to get like drunk and rowdy.
I wonder if it was fun, or I wonder if it was a little risque. I wonder if they were thinking.
Oh yeah, whoa. It's like pushing boundaries a little bit. Yeah,
possibly.
I believe it. The Edo period is very much that kind of like the shogunate is making these laws about like you can't wear silk if you're a commoner or something like that. But
Right.
they're only making those laws because people are obviously wearing silk all the time, right? So I could totally, absolutely can imagine that kind of thing.
Okay, so those are the stories.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like I said, the Ato Uta kind of wraps everything up and tells you what they really want to say,
Okay.
the meaning of the piece.
Yeah.
So we talk about two philosophers at the end.
Okay.
Liu Ling.
Okay.
So these were very famous Chinese philosophers that wrote a lot about wine and sake.
Okay.
So Liu Ling celebrated the transcendence through intoxication in a lot of his poetry. And then Li Bai is the other one who's mentioned, and he really romanticized drunken inspiration.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, the flash of inspiration
getting
after
tanked and seeing the beauty in the world.
Yeah.
Liu Ling wrote a famous piece called The Ode to Wine.
Okay.
And he kind of praises the wine as a path to spiritual freedom. And through intoxication, one can transcend society's fake restraints or constraints and live in spontaneous harmony with the Tao.
Okay.
And then Li Bai, he said, without sake, there's no poetry.
Okay.
And he wrote a really interesting poem called Drinking Alone Under the Moon. And he was drinking alone, and he invited the moon, and he invited his shadow to come drink with him. So he had a party of 3, and then as he got more and more drunk, he was alone and left to reflect on the meaning of life.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Because they're writing in Chinese.
Right,
but the poem is in Japanese.
The poem is in Japanese, but they're just referencing these
classical literature,
exactly,
classical Chinese literature.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it basically just references those two, and then it says those two would have just been ordinary men had they not had sake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what gave them their
Oomph.
their strength. So that's one set of lyrics, and then we talk about Yoshino and Tatsuta. So Yoshino is really famous for hanami.
Yeah.
And these are both in Nara.
Okay.
Tatsuta is really famous for the autumn leaves, like the koyo that we're going to see. So, in Japanese culture, you're not going to go to hanami without taking sake,
without some drinking.
So, without taking alcohol with you. And you're, not even necessarily going to go to look at the autumn leaves without taking sake. So they work together. So they talk about these two really beautiful places where you go for inspiration, to see the beauty, to see that mono no aware of life. And the lyrics say, the autumn leaves and the sakura in Yoshino and Tatsuya. Without sake, they're nothing more than just ordinary places with no funki, no atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah.
So that just kind of sums up the entire story within the song.
The entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's without booze, it's just nature.
Yeah.
But with booze, it becomes something more and has a meaning to it.
Right.
Okay.
Booze opens the gate.
Yeah.
You can see the real beauty. You can I don't know.
That's so
see
interesting.
the truth of the universe.
Yeah, it like adds a spiritual dimension to something that's otherwise just like, it's a natural thing. There are cherry blossoms. They look nice. The end.
Right.
It's like, no, there's a level above that. And how you get to that is like with the sake.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hanami without sake would be terrible.
Right? I should find one about onigiri too.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool. Be into that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's kind of the feeling of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes, so like you were saying, the Mai Uta would be the Buddha Confucius bit, and then a little bit of instrumental.
This song is a little bit different because it has a naka uta, like a middle song. So in this case, Buddha and Confucius are the Mai Uta. We have a little bit of dancing. Those other 3 stories are kind of scattered within the instrumental stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we finish it off with the alto to like, wait a second.
How long is the whole piece?
Oh, geez. Hold on, let me look. Too long. Long enough to when you're sitting in Sasa, you can't walk off stage properly.
Okay. It's not like 20 minutes though, right?
Oh,
is it like 20 minutes?
probably.
Oh,
Let's see, hold on.
wow. So it's the whole set basically. If you're thinking like a rock concert or something for like.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
That would be like, okay, we've done it. It's done. Thank you so much.
22 minutes.
Wow.
22
wow.
minutes, yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking it would be a little bit shorter. So
No,
maybe 5. Wow.
That's why you wouldn't want to go listen to 3 or 4 of them in a row.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You listen to the one, and then maybe it's more eating and drinking time, and then like an hour later, like bring people back on and do that.
Although if you drink sake between,
Yeah.
maybe they'd get more interested as you go, as we've learned.
Yeah. Indeed. Interesting. Very cool.
Yeah.
And so was this like one of the first pieces you learned how to play, or just you came across it and you're like, ooh, this is fun?
My sensei kind of just assigns me what piece she thinks I should learn next. This is from the 4th level of
before becoming Jun Shihang.
Right. Okay. So each level gets a little bit more difficult.
Is
so
it like
this one is
EQ,
pretty,
Nikyu, Sankyu
pretty
kind of thing?
Kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this would be an EQ piece, I guess.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would you say most people would know it? Like if you were to start playing like the opening lines, and people who play koto might know it, but
I would think so.
Yeah.
People who kind of study more seriously might know it. But it's funny that you say that, because on the exam they would play the first 40 seconds of a piece, and we would have to write them down, and they all sound the same.
Okay.
Especially if you haven't studied it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're looking for kind of like specific, distinct things, not like it's super obvious. Like you can play that game like the first 6 seconds of a song, and you're like,
Right.
that's Bon Jovi.
In one note, I don't know, probably not. Okay. Although this one does start out by saying sake.
That's true.
So that's a good hint.
Yeah. Would it have been performed by men or by women when it was first written? Do you know?
I think men. I think it would have been performed by men.
Yeah.
Nowadays we kind of associate koto with women.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it would have been played by only men back then.
Interesting.
And this was composed by, we were talking a little bit about it earlier, this was composed by Kikuoka Kengyo.
Kikuoka Kengyo.
And Kengyo is the title given to blind koto players.
Okay.
So he was the top-ranked blind koto player. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Would he have like his ensemble, or would it be like I guess I should start by asking, what was it like to be a musician back then? Do you know? Like, were you going around like to different places, like itinerant kind of thing, or would he be like in the court, just as the court musician?
Before this, it would have been a court musician. I think during this time, they were going out, taking it to the public.
Okay.
Making music accessible.
Yeah.
This type of music accessible to everyone.
And did he have like a band, or was it mostly just him and then whoever was there to like accompany him?
He probably had his favorites to play with, I guess. But I imagine he would have collaborated with other musicians as he traveled. Yeah.
Is it pretty hard to do that nowadays? Like, if you're going to play with someone for the first time, does it require quite a bit of practice? Or because everybody knows the rules about how you play a particular song, it's pretty easy to just be like, oh yeah, we're doing that one. All right, let's get started.
If you're meeting someone within the same ryuha, then it would be easy to do that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Sometimes I will find music on Spotify or YouTube or somewhere else, and the singing is completely different. The singing is off from how it's written in my music, and I'll know that they're from a different ryuha.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends on the school that
Gotcha.
you go to.
Yeah. And so you can definitely tell usually, like, oh, that's the same. Oh, they're kind of.
Yeah, for sure. And then of course there are a lot of common pieces that we share that we could play. The more modern stuff.
Okay. Is there modern pieces being written for like?
Yeah, of course, yeah, all the time.
In modern Japanese?
Yeah, I guess so. Most of the modern stuff I've played has no lyrics. It's all instrumental, so that's actually an interesting question.
Okay, so there's not like koto music that's talking about your smartphone or like getting texts from your like partner being like, "Where are you? You're out late at night."
I'll have to look.
Because that'd be kind of interesting, right?
Yeah. I did go to a small little koto concert in a bar several years ago, and there was a song for cello, bass koto, and voice, and it was in English.
Whoa!
The lyrics were in English. Yeah.
That's cool.
It was about some fires in Australia.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. All right.
So yeah, people are.
Are there different types of koto? Or is like there a bass koto and alto koto kind of thing?
So there is a soprano koto. I've only seen one.
Okay.
I don't think it's used very much, but there is a bass koto.
Yeah.
So Miyagi Michio was the father of the modern koto. He was like the first composer to write for Western instruments.
Okay.
He played with a lot of famous European
cool.
Western instrument professionals. And he just wasn't satisfied with koto. He wanted to extend the range.
Yeah.
So he invented a 17-string koto.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
So you'll see that one used a lot, and nowadays there's 20-string, 25-string.
Whoa.
Yeah, they can do a lot more stuff.
Can do everything a normal koto can do, and they just are extended, or is it entirely different? Like
extended, and koto has 13 strings, so you typically tune to a 5-note pentatonic scale.
Okay.
And that kind of gives you a bigger range.
Yeah.
If you tune like a piano keyboard, you just have an octave, right? So you can't do a whole lot with that.
Yeah.
So a 25-string koto will have a lot more notes that you can play with. So you can do chromatic stuff a lot easier and things like that. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't really know what chromatic means.
So chromatic would be if you played every note on the keyboard going up white and black notes. Yeah, that would be chromatic.
Yeah. And so with like 20 strings, you can kind of get that.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. The 13-string koto, you have to do a lot of pushing to get all of those notes. Okay. And even then, tuned to a traditional Japanese scale, you can't hit
everything,
all the notes without moving the bridges.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. All right, I'm pretty excited to hear you play. If we can
let's try some.
Let's move over to the koto room.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
Okay, and then we have a technique called tsukui and keshizume. So this kind of reminds me of maybe the dewdrops on the bamboo or little drops of sake somewhere on the table. Let's see. So we have, I don't know, kind of reminds me of little sake drops.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not specifically supposed to conjure ideas of sake, but that's
the vibe is there.
That's what I get from it. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so I'll start from the beginning. The mayut is always really slow.
Okay.
So sip your drink slowly.
Yeah.
no tama We got through Buddha.
Whoa! So that is the Mayuta?
It's most of the Mayuta, yeah.
That's so cool. We'll start coming in. Thanks for listening to this episode of Sake on Air. We'll be back with a new episode very soon, but in the meantime, please take a moment to review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. As always, send your questions and comments to questions@sakeonair.com or reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook at @sakeonair. Don't forget that we have a YouTube and a Substack as well. Sake on Air is made possible with the generous support of the Japan Sake and Shochu Makers Association and is broadcast from the Japan Sake and Shochu Information Center in downtown Tokyo. It is produced by Export Japan, and our team is Shuso Imada, Justin Potts, Arlene Lyons, Cindy Bissig, Chris Hughes, Chris Pellegrini, John Gottner, Marie Nagata, Miho Ota, Rebecca Wilson-Lai, Sebastian Lemoine, and me, Frank Walter. Until next time, kampai!